Hey guys, this is Witcher Gaming, and today I'm going to be bringing you some more PvP, but this time, as you notice, I have changed my scenery. We are vacationing in the jungle, so this will be, I don't know how long this actual series will be, but these will be jungle battles, and this is Jungle Battles 1, and first we see a guy come up here with Karmic Justice, so I really need to be careful about spamming, especially, this guy didn't really know how to parry, but spamming against him can be really dangerous. He doesn't really even need to parry, because if I hit him 5 times, that cannon goes off, and I almost rolled off the cliff there, but 5 times will set a Karmic Justice off, even if it's got the shield up, especially with my elemental weapon. That can really happen. So he really likes that Zweihander. I was thinking about punishing his running attacks and stuff, but I really wasn't feeling that confident this night actually, so I didn't actually punish it. He pulls out the Black Flame there. I'm a little worried. I'm playing pretty defensive here because of that Karmic Justice. I don't feel confident enough to spam against him. Plus, he's turtling a lot. I can't really get a circle backstab on him, so we're just going to have to duke this out 1v1 like men. So we're sitting here. I tried to get the dead angle there, but I miss it. I think his Karmic Justice just ran out there, so that's useful. So I can spam now. Try to get the parry there, but he doesn't go for it. He's trying to circle backstab me, so I counter circle. And this was a really long tease fight. I didn't really enjoy it, so like I don't dislike people who turtle a lot, but at the same time it's kind of irritating. I can understand if you're really defensive or you back off a lot or block a lot if you're dual wielding because you don't have a whole lot to hide behind, so backing off is a good strategy, but this guy had a shield behind and he just turtled. But good game, sir. I'd like to, if I run into you again, we'll fight again. And here is the video where I get ganked. So I'm not really sure what's going on here, but I'm pretty sure it's a gank. I know I'm pretty screwed, especially since I'm rocking the halberd here on my quality build. In this video, I think there's a few videos with my quality build, and the other videos are with my Witcher build, but I have a quality build with a halberd, which is not a very strong combo. Even with Dark Silver Tracer, 700 damage backstab, here I'm getting lag hit with stuff, and I just get pile driven by that long spear and the actual fireball. That spear's got some range, so I get ganked there. But redemption is coming for these gankers. Well, at least one of them, because they decide to get cocky and only one of them follows me. So Smo and Ornstein are about to feel the pain. And I decided not to cut this part out because it was directly related to this invasion, and I invaded literally. They summoned me right after the first one. So they try and get a Fire Tempest, Firestorm, Chaos Firestorm, whatever they were doing there on me, but I'm not having it. I decided to run off to Candyland. If you guys don't know what Candyland is, it's a little ledge over here by the garden and the ladder, and actually Dreaded Cone made it pretty famous with his Moonlight Greatsword knocking people off. I just want to try and backstab them off the cliff and maybe get a little advantage on them. Especially with my poking weapon, I can try and bottleneck them, but that doesn't really work. But I get something even better. So I run down here because I want to try and lure him in. And I don't see the Ornstein, but I'm expecting him, so that's why I run down here. And so I'm like, why aren't they coming? So I come up here, and I see them trees. Them trees are beating up Smo and Ornstein, which is really helping me, but Ornstein luckily is not in sight. So I go up for the backstab, and I do not feel bad at all for backstabbing the guys who just ganked me. So Pikachu is here, and he's just trying to smash me, and the tree is really distracting him. It seems like the auto lock is just giving him hell because of the fact that it's locking onto the trees. And goodbye. And I give him a point down. I don't usually point down, but sometimes gankers are really my pet peeve. But in the forest, I suppose you should really expect to get ganked. Especially with my quality build. I'm not as good with it. So here I was actually trying to summon someone for, it was a subscriber who wanted to fight. We've been having a lot of troubles connecting, but actually I will be coming out with a video on the township where I actually get to fight him more than here. We even were trying to set up specific matches for a battle of the subscribers, but it did not work. So I get this guy instead. I just saw him here and I decided I'd pick him up, and this guy, I don't even know what he's doing. I'm pretty sure I get a flawless victory against him because that hit my invincibility frame there. Let's see if we get a flawless victory. Let's see. So I really like the S-Stock poke. A lot of people underestimate it, and actually it's really powerful. Not a lot of people parry it either. Some people do, but in general, they do not. And I'm pretty sure that was a flawless victory. If I had to say so myself, I'm pretty sure it hit my invincibility frame every time. Someone correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. So this invasion was funny. This was bizarre. You guys will definitely see why. Well, this isn't really the bizarre one. This is the one before the bizarre one. But this is definitely an interesting one. So I'm looking around for maybe chameleon people because I'm not really seeing very much going on. So I decided to run up to bonfire because I'm like, well, maybe there's some person up there waiting to duel. And I'm running up here and I see that the trees are dead. They're all dead. I'm not really sure what's going on. So I'm just trying to be cautious. I decided to run up here and I'm like, well, there's not anyone there. Great. And I'm back on my Witcher build here instead of my quality build. So I come up here and I must, okay, when I turn around you're going to see the horror. You are going to see the horror of what is about to happen. So I come down here and I'm like, so they haven't activated that or the trees. So, oh my god, there must be something behind me. So I turn around and I check here again just in case there isn't someone trolling me in here. And I come up here and I'm like, well, I guess I should check down by the Hydra. There can't be anything that bad. And I'm like, check right, check, oh dear god, left. And I see 3 gankers, all in Giants and Havel's gear, just ready to get me. And they toy with me, which was their mistake. They could have all just come and, like, beat the crud out of me. That's what would probably be the smarter option. But they decided to toy with me, have one come up at a time and fight me. And, I decide during this, I'm not having any nonsense. This guy's using a great shield, so I'm going to try and break through it with great combustion. Which it won't do much damage if it doesn't get through, but it can actually do a lot of stability damage, so it's really useful. So I'm just trying to get through shields with the stability damage. I should have pulled out a shottle here, but I really wasn't thinking. I was just trying to survive, and they flask there because they're just playing with me. They think, oh, we got this. We got this. And maybe they do. So I'm just giving him a couple pokes there. He's lagging pretty bad. He's got that Gravelord Greatsword with the Mirakumo moveset, which is a really great weapon. It's one of the best starting weapons. And I say starting because you can speedrun it in like 2 minutes to the catacombs. And but that's only if you're good enough. So I get him with the combustion there, and all of a sudden, I didn't notice this right away, but all of a sudden I see the host coming up, and I'm like, wait, here comes the gank. They've had enough. I'm about to get screwed. So I go for the backstab because I just want to finish this guy. Maybe I can kick the host off or something because that other dude's just waving. And this host comes up and he tries to spam against me, and I'm like, okay, I got this, guys. I got this. I'm going to get ganked. Oh, and that guy just jumps off the cliff, and I'm like, I hate you, so I'm going to backstab you. So I backstab the dude in Giants, and that dude is wearing a sack. That guy was wearing a sack. You are a disgrace to sack bros if you think yourself you're a sack bro. Peeve would be ashamed. So that was an interesting invasion, but not the most fun because I almost got ganked, but it's pretty funny that the host just ran backwards off the cliff, because that is the most elite skill I've seen. And this, I sped this up because this took forever. I could not find this guy. I was like, where is this dude? I have no clue, and I'm just running around. I've got an inkling that he's down here. I pick up that Twinkling Titanite because he must have not picked it up. And I'm running down here, and I check, and I grass here because I figure maybe he's sitting down here, or maybe he's just trying to play through the area. But no, so I just speed this up because this takes a really long time because I'm really dumb. So I see, I think, a head disappear, and the Hydra is just having a field day. He has no idea what's going on. And he's just looking around, and he's totally lost, and I'm just about as lost as that Hydra. I really am. I'm just like, what am I supposed to do? So I come up here, and I'm like, well, this is the place I expected him to be. So I checked Dusk's area, because that's the last place he'll look, pretty much. Which is actually a great place to hide. If you're getting invaded here, you can hide back here, because almost no one will check it. So I'm running back, and I was like, whoa, Hydra has a turtle shell. I actually forgot about that. I noticed he did have a turtle shell when he jumps out in Ash Lake, but it's kind of weird that a Hydra has a turtle shell. So here we come up, and this is the part where I actually see the guy. So I'm running up here, and I'm like, where is this dude? Like, something is going on. And I go over here, and I'm like, well, oh, and there it is. I just saw a gigantic arrow fly by us. And I'm like, oh my god, you fog-ring son of a gun. And he may have been just trying to play through the area, and you may think I'm kind of a jerk for doing this, but A, I'm invading, and B, I spent so long trying to find this guy. And he heals also, so that's another thing, so I'm justified in my logic. I suppose. And I try and get the circle backstab on him, but it doesn't work. And this is the part where he just decides to turtle, which isn't a bad strategy. He's rocking that scythe with the actual sunlight shield from Solaire. He killed Solaire also. That is another reason to hate him. He killed Solaire. So I get up there with the Great Combustion spam to hit him. The third one misses, so I just pull out my halberd again, my trusty halberd. Not a lot of people love the halberd or like it, but it's my favorite weapon in my opinion. The gargoyle halberd specifically. I would say they're definitely a higher skill level. They take, and I get indicted, and look, 114k souls. I had a guy earlier, I didn't record it, but he was worth 900,000, and that's a lot of souls for a player. And I digress. I was going to go back to the halberd. So the halberd, in my opinion, requires more skill because it's got more whiff, the damage isn't incredibly high, and it's hard to use against multiple targets. Even in 1v1 situations, you can be punished pretty brutally because of the whiff on it. But I really enjoy it. I like the range, I like the power, I like the moveset. So that's why I use it. And I hope you guys will try out the gargoyle halberd, because most people overlook it. So here's our last battle. I shot that bush back there because I just wanted to get a clear line of sight of what he was doing. I wasn't trying to shoot him. But this guy's really turtling. He's got that Black Knight Great Axe. I think I try and parry him a couple times unsuccessfully because I think that should have been a parry. But I'm thinking about switching off to an Uchi Katana for my left hand, or maybe some sort of katana or parrying dagger for my left hand, because the S-stock parry animation is really short and it's really hard to utilize. So he actually chipped through my buffer that's behind my actual visual health bar, and I just go ahead and try and stun lock him on either side. And he's rocking that Mask of the Mother, so he's probably got a lot of health, but he's a strength build, and he's rocking that Black Knight Great Shield, so I didn't pull out Combustion here because I knew it'd do almost nothing versus him. And I get the backstab on him, and my weapon isn't really doing very much damage to him because of his high fire resistance with the stone armor and the Black Knight Shield, but I finish him there with the dead angle. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Rate, comment, subscribe. Witcher out.